Welcome to Simon Field on the campus of DC Everest High School. Wisconsin Rapids fans are here. DC Everest fans are here too for our Zaleski Sports coverage of high school baseball for a Thursday afternoon. Hi everybody, I'm Chris Conley. These teams played on Monday, and I'm not sure if it was a chippy game. You'd describe it as a chirpy game. That in between innings there are a couple of players that said things to one another. And then at one point there was yelling from one dugout to the other. And again, this is just one side of the story. Coach Dave Langman says he got out of his dugout, yelled across the way. Rapids fans heard that, yelled back at him. So let's see which team can put that behind them and play good baseball today. Bottom line is Rapids played better on Monday than the Evergreens. Everest didn't hit very well, and Rapids came away with a 6-1 win. Rapids plays for a season sweep today, and here's the visiting team's starting lineup and batting order. Brett Simonson will play second base and will bat first. Gage Honeyacres in left field, batting second. Caleb Ellis will pitch and hit for himself, batting third. Matthew Vollard is the designated hitter. He'll hit for the catcher, Simon Cronkite, and will bat fourth. Jarrett Zelgowski will play third base and will bat fifth. Trevor Martin's the first baseman, sixth. Jordan Zelgowski's in center field, seventh. Landon Freeman's the shortstop, eighth, and Jackson Laskowski's in right field, ninth. Again, for the visiting Red Raiders, Simonson, Honeyacre, Ellis, Vollard, Jared Zelgowski, Martin, Jordan Zelgowski, Freeman, and Laskowski. Evergreens are in their home white. It's their best look with the green numbers. Nevin Poppy is pitching today, and he will lead off. The shortstop is Colin Ebersol, batting second. Nate Langman's at third base, batting third. Cole Van Slyke hits fourth and will play first base. Jake Versamax in right field, fifth. Andrew Cotter catches and hits sixth. Logan George is the second baseman. He'll bat seventh. Brennan Hochberger's in left field today, eighth, and Pearson McDonald plays center field and ninth. For the homestanding Evergreens, the loss on Monday brings them to 7-7 for the season. Poppy, Ebersold, Langman, Van Slyke, Versamack, Cotter, George, Hochberger, and McDonald. It's been cloudy all day, but no rain to speak of. Field's in good shape, and the wind's dead calm. Down to field level for the national anthem. Our pregame coverage on Zaleski Sports is brought to you by Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance at Auto Select. You're good to go. Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, and Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. First pitch, Evergreens and Rapids, when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Welcome back to Simon Field. As we mentioned in our opener, these teams were chattering back and forth a lot when they met on Monday. It was a 6-1 Rapids win. So who will rein in those emotions and be focused for today's game, the second and final meeting between these teams for the season? I think we'll keep an eye on Nevin Poppy, the Evergreen starting pitcher. New face was playing in Minnesota last year, now in the Everest School District. The times that I've spoken with Nevin, he's competitive, hyper competitive. Again, can he channel that? If he's got numbers of kids who were chattering before, I mean, I'd rather strike him out than pitch him high and tight, right? Isn't that the right strategy here? Let's see if that's the way the Evergreens play this. Everest and Rapids over the years have been about even for the two baseball programs. I mean, I think most of these past seasons, these teams have split their two meetings. Let's set the DC Everest defense behind starting right-hander Nevin Poppy. Brennan Hochberger is the left fielder. Pearson McDonald, PMAC, plays center. Jake Versamax in right field. In the infield, Nate Langman's at third. Colin Ebersold's the shortstop. Logan George at second base and Cole Van Slyke at first. The Evergreens battery, senior Andrew Cotter, receiving from junior Nevin Poppy. Here's Brett Simonson to start wrap it off. Left-handed bat to open our ball game. This field has taken a lot of rain, but is in good shape. First pitch, we're underway with strike one. You can tell the area in front of the Evergreens dugout, between home plate and third base in foul territory, looks a little waterlogged. Actual playing surface, no problem at all. 0-1 pitch. Took something off and left that low. It's a ball and a strike. For Everest baseball fans, we've got a Zaleski Sports scheduling announcement. The Evergreens have a non-conference game against Menominee tomorrow, which has come onto our schedule. 4:30 broadcast time. Just missed outside. 2 balls and a strike. Of course, Mother Nature may have something to say about that. The weather's going to be unsettled in the later parts of the day, hopefully after we get our 7 innings in. So Evergreens and Menominee tomorrow. Our Zaleski Sports cameras and microphones will be there. Down low, 3 balls and a strike to Simonson. So Poppy threw strike one, and the next 3 have been out of the strike zone. Just as first pitch was thrown a moment ago, the lights turned on at Simon Field. 3 balls and a strike, coming home. Popped up, foul ground. It's up and over our broadcast location. Press box is between home and third base. Count fills up here. Three-two pitch. Line drive to center. Pearson McDonald will have it fall in front of him. More left center than everything else, picked up by Brennan Hochberger, and Wisconsin Rapids has a leadoff hit.
The fielder, 17. Gage Honeyacre.
Gage Honeyacre will hit now. Honeyacre sounds like something that gets tapped later in the summer, right? Another left-handed bat, and Honeyacre is not particularly tall at the plate, so this will be a tight strike zone with speed on the bases. High strike. Just underway as all Valley Conference games, even in the month of May, start at 5 o'clock. This is a well-hit ball to center field. Going back is Pearson McDonald, but he played it correctly. Knew he had to go back right away, and PMAX got a beat on it. Runner retreats to first base.
Pitcher.
A long out for Honeyacre.
2. Caleb Ellis.
Caleb Ellis to take his turn. The first 1, 2, 3 bats in the Rapids batting order, all from the left-hand side of the plate. Ellis throws left-handed too, and the Evergreens hitting against left-handed pitching has been a sometimes thing for the last couple of seasons. Poppy took something off that, strike one. Poppy has thrown a first-pitch strike to all 3 of the batters that he's seen so far. Checks the runner at first, ready to come home. on the outside corner. There's a good spot to be. No balls, 2 strikes. Poppy had that one breaking away. There's no left-handed bat that's going to do anything with that pitch. Poppy's ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Coming home, that's fouled up over our roof. We stay at 0-2. Baseball Today is brought to you by the Greenheck Group, the global leader in creating air movement and control equipment. Greenheck is one of Wausau's largest employers, the perfect place for the next step in your career. See if Greenheck Group is right for you. Go to greenheck.com. Greenheck.com. We'll do no balls and 2 strikes again. That one's fouled back too. 0-2. You know, in the Valley Conference this year, of course, Stevens Point is just otherworldly. I mean, Spash is going to be this year's Valley champion. Who is the second best team? Well, both of these teams think they're in that conversation. Evergreens, Wisconsin Rapids, Wausau West. They're going to sort themselves out for second place between now and, the regular season ends next week. This is a well-hit ball to right field going all the way back. It's going to go to the wall. It's at least a double. They're going to try and bring the run around, and the throw to the plate is late. That's a long hit for Caleb Ellis, a double that gives Rapids a 1-0 lead. Single to lead off the inning, and then a gapper to right center field brings the run around.
Designated hitter, 12. Matt Ballard.
Evergreen center fielder Pearson McDonald covers a lot of ground out there, but there was no way he was catching up to that. Matthew Vollert, the designated hitter, hits with a runner on second. He hits for Silas Cronkite, the Rapids catcher. Now time is asked for, and the Evergreens catcher Andrew Cotter will go out. We're brought to you by Camping World of Rothschild, just off I-39, with a huge inventory of new and used RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and campers. Treat yourselves to memories that'll last a lifetime. Camping World of Rothschild. There's only 1 out. Rapids still has a runner in scoring position, so they're thinking more than just 1 run here in this first inning. Poppy comes home, just missed the inside corner, 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Poppy thought the first pitch in the sequence, which didn't miss by much, could have been strike 2. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Runner on second and a run in for Rapids. Coming home, took something off. Poppy, the pitcher's got it. Throws over to first. There's the second out. The runner from second crosses over to third. Quick reflexes for Everest pitcher Nevin Poppy.
Third baseman, 14.
Looked like that came up on the heel of his glove. No problem. Jarrett Zeligowski, the third baseman, will hit now. Chance to limit the damage to just 1 run. Poppy overthrows and is up high, ball 1. So will the Evergreens keep this a 1-run lead, or will Rapids tack on 1 more? That's what Zeligowski's at-bat will determine here. That's up high, 2-0. Should the inning continue, Trevor Martin awaits in the on-deck circle for the Red Raiders. Rapids has stacked up a lot of wins. They come in with an 11-6 record. And the win over Everest on Monday moves them to 4-3 into second place in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. 2-0 pitch, that's fouled back, 2-1. Nevin Poppy, the mission here is to strand that runner at third base. 2-1 pitch. That broke in for strike two, 2-2. Poppy has shown some off-speed stuff here in the first inning and is able to throw some of those for strikes. One pitch away from finding the exit here in the top of the first. Just missed down low. Poppy again kind of looked in at home plate like he wanted that pitch. Just a little bit below the knees. 3-2. Coming home with the man at third. Off speed, breaks in, strike three. Nevin Poppy with a little fist pump as he comes off the mound. Rapids gets a single and an RBI double and leaves a man stranded at third. Rapids will play from in front this afternoon. They lead DC Everest 1-0. Evergreen's coming up when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
I'm Chris Conley, and we're back at Simon Field. Evergreen's on the bat in the bottom of the first, trailing 1-0. Here's the Rapids defense behind their starting Caleb Ellis. Ellis hits from the left side. We saw him hit and deliver that RBI double. I'm incorrect. I said that he was a left-handed thrower too. Nope, throws right-handed. Gage Honeyacre's in left field behind him. Jordan Seligowski's the center fielder, and Jackson Laskowski is in right field. Jarrett Seligowski's at third base. Landon Freeman's the shortstop. Brett Simonson at second and Trevor Martin at first. Silas Cronkite is catching, and Caleb Ellis is ready to go.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Evergreens.
Pitcher to pitcher to lead off the bottom of the first. Here's Nevin Poppy to hit for the Evergreens. Poppy had a 22-pitch first inning, so that's too high. Poppy will try and get the Evergreens going here in the home half of the first. That's high and away, ball one. Caleb Ellis is kind of a sidewinder, kind of swings, got a release like right behind his shoulder. And there's a line drive up the middle. Hey, Nevin Poppy starts off the Evergreens with a base runner.
Shortstop, number 3, Colin Ebersole.
Colin Ebersold is ready to bat. Ebersold was a part of the chirping. Someone said something to Ebersold, again, from the Evergreens' point of view, as they were changing sides between innings in the game on Monday. So, of course, Colin would like to go 4 for 4 with a home run and 5 or 6 RBI. Pitch is down low, ball one to Ebersold. I believe Colin also pitched on Monday. Evergreens use him as a closer in the late innings. There's a strike, 1-1. Tell you what, Caleb Ellis, when he throws the fastball, has good velocity. When we watch a game on television, watch a Major League Baseball game, you get so much information about pitch location and speed. I mean, that's shown after every pitch. Took something off there for strike two, a ball and 2 strikes. The Evergreens are really looking for Ebersold to put the ball in play, get that runner from first down to second somehow. Throw over to first, back safely. Devin Poppy dirties up the snow-white uniform. Bright white fades over a couple of seasons. Throw over again. If you're not familiar with Simon Field, the amount of territory in foul ground is just huge. You cannot throw wildly to first base. That runner will come all around second and will be on third if you have an errant throw over there. 1-2 pitch. That's up high, 2-2. Again, it looks like on some of the pitches, now again, we're only 2 batters into Caleb Ellis's day, but it looks like sometimes Ellis is reaching back for something extra, and you usually overthrow and leave those pitches up high. 2-2 pitch, off speed, grounder to second. This should be a double play ball. 4-6, safe at first. The turn was not quite fast enough. Lead runner is erased. 1 out recorded on the play. Simonson to Freeman to erase Devin Poppy.
Number 23.
Here's Nate Langman.
Nate Langman.
Pick up all of your pets' favorites from Fleet Farm. Find everything from food and treats to toys and health products under one roof, all the brands you trust. Dogs or cats, they've got you covered. Shop your pets' everyday essentials at Fleet Farm. Ball 1 to Langman. I said this in some of the earlier broadcasts, that when Nate Langman's shoulder is good, he's the best pitcher in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. But he's shut down for pitching now, and really, we are being denied a chance to see the very best in the league. That's fouled off and into the road. Couple of cars are coming. Bounces right in front of the black hatchback. Our last game that we did at Simon Field, we had streetcar bingo. One of the foul balls went right through the sunroof of a passing car. Could you imagine? Runners going. Pitch is wild. It's a stolen base for Colin Ebersold. And Ebersold's going to take third base as it went all the way back to the screen. That's a stolen base and a wild pitch to put the tying run on third base. Ebersold was running, so he steals second. And then the pitch that bounced well in front of home plate and went all the way back to the screen allows him to take third. RBI spot now for Nate Langman. 2 balls and 1 strike. Langman's balky shoulder has kind of changed the Evergreen season. On the outside corner, strike 2. I mean, in Langman's junior year, his earned run average was below 1 run. So, I mean, if you've got a pitcher who's going to throw a shutout or a 1-run game, you're expecting to win every time Nate Langman pitches. That's what the Evergreens were expecting this year. And, of course, that's not the case. Off the catcher's glove, and a passed ball will give the Evergreens the tying run. That pitch was outside, but it's off Silas Cronkite's glove and went back to the screen. Evergreen's dugout cheering loudly for the run that came in. Yeah, it's going to be that kind of game, I think. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The bases are now empty for Langman. Nate Langman asks for time. Yeah, the Everest season would be different, say, if Nate Langman is the first pitcher in each one of these conference games, because you would expect the Evergreens to win those games. Evergreen's pitching has been a little more piecemeal. You know what? That hasn't been entirely bad. 3-2 pitches. Called strike 3. Nate Langman was 3 or 4 steps down to first base. It was a dropped third strike. They have to throw him out. Langman thought that was ball 4. Instead, it's the second out. Here's Cole Van Slyke for the Evergreens.
Number 18, Cole Van Slyke.
Cole Van Slyke hits in the cleanup spot. And Cole Van Slyke in the later parts of the season is hitting better than the Evergreens expected. He was much further down in the lineup earlier in the year. Now moves up to the number 4 spot and takes strike 1. Rapids got a run in their half of the first inning. Evergreens have got it back. 0-1 pitch. This is a fly ball in foul territory. Third baseman's got room, reaches up and makes the catch. Jarrett Seligowski has retired Cole Van Slyke in foul ground. Evergreens get a hit, move a runner around with a wild pitch and a pass ball. The game is tied at 1 inning complete, 1-1 on Zaleski Sports.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating. But with Access Insurance, you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
Top of the second, 1-1. We were talking a little about Nate Langman, again, who the Evergreens thought would be the best pitcher anywhere and has just been limited in his pitching appearances. What the Evergreens have discovered is a couple of pitchers who've been very effective. Carter Miller, a sophomore, has made a couple of starts, and he's been good. Carter Miller, in his junior and senior year, is going to be the Evergreens' #1 pitcher. And lefty Logan Cherrick has appeared in a couple of long relief innings. He's a left-handed thrower, and he's been effective too. Late swing from Trevor Martin, strike one. 6, 7, and 8 in the Rapids batting order to hit here. Martin, followed by Jordan Seligowski and Landon Freeman. Martin's another left-handed bat, the fourth lefty in this batting order. And that's a double bingo on the foul ball. Off catcher Andrew Cotter's mask and then hit the umpire up in the shoulder. No balls, 2 strikes. Everyone's okay down there? Yes. Oh-2 pitch. Just outside. A ball and 2 strikes. I remember from my Little League umpiring games. Now, I umpired some Babe Ruth. That's 1 year above Little League. The best advice that I got from Bill Canning, the umpire trainer of Laconia, New Hampshire, said you got to train yourself to keep yourself forward. If you turn your head on foul balls, you'll get a foul ball right in your ear. Reaching out, Trevor Martin's got a single to lead off the second inning. Yeah, if you're the home plate umpire, all of your protection's in front of you.
5. Jordan Seligowski.
Jordan Seligowski to hit. Rapids opened up the first inning with a leadoff single and a leadoff single here in the second. Looking to bunt, and it's a foul ball. So Rapids is looking to play a little small with the bottom of their order coming up to bat here in the top of the second. Again, you can argue these decisions, late into the night. This feels like a game where a lot of runs are going to be scored. Feels like the scoring is going to be free and easy today. Maybe the team that breaks things open for a big inning. Almost wild to first base. Cole Van Slyke saved his pitcher a throwing error there. Again, Everest and Menominee tomorrow on our Zaleski sports schedule. It is the Menominee that's in the western part of the state. That's a confusing thing about Wisconsin. This is a bunt back to the mound. Going to throw to second. Got him there. Double play. Safe at first base. Unsuccessful sacrifice. Seligowski's aboard on a fielder's choice. Nevin Poppy, the pitcher, cuts down the lead runner for the first out of the inning.
18. Landon Freeman.
Here's Landon Freeman. 1 out and a runner on first. Now, longtime Wisconsinites will tell me, I believe the Menominee that's in the eastern part of the state over on Lake Michigan, I think that's spelled differently. 2 E's in their Menominee at the end. The Menominee that's coming over here to play tomorrow from the western part of the state, Menominee ends with an IE for them. Swing and a miss, strike one. All sounds pretty confusing to me. Of course, I'm a guy, when I first rolled into town, June 1st marks my 20th year in Wisconsin, and moving to central Wisconsin's been the best decision of a lifetime. But when I first came here, I thought the airplanes flew into Mosenee, not Mosenee, and I thought the community off to our east was Antigo. Tom Magnuson, Wausau East assistant coach, straightened me out. He's helped me incredibly with pronunciations over the years. It's a ball and a strike to Landon Freeman. I don't think the Antigo Red Robins are on the Evergreen schedule this year. That's too bad. We've gone over there. They are great hosts. Foul back. Ouch. Hit the umpire right in the chest protector. Yeah, Big Blue's got the inside protector. No one wears the big balloon anymore. Our infield umpire asks Everest pitcher Nevin Poppy to hold up for a minute, making sure our home plate umpire is good to go. He is. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, the Red Robins play in that park, which is actually a really nice baseball venue. Antigo and Everest have had competitive games over the years, and then the other year they come here. Coming home at a ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, a runner on first. Fouled back. We'll do a ball and 2 strikes again. Down low, 2-2. Each day in May brings us closer to Marshfield Dairy Fest. Marshfield Dairy Fest is May 31st, June 1st, and 2nd. Check out marshfieldchamber.com for all the details. We'll see you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend. Evergreen still have 2 games against the Tigers left before this season is complete. Evergreen's next week have games against the Merrill Blue Jays. The home game here at Simon Field is a Zaleski sports game. I believe that's next Thursday, a week from today. And then Marshfield to wrap up the season, Tuesday and Thursday games for the final week. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up. This is in play. Foul territory on the third base side. Langbin makes the catch in front of the Everest dugout. There's the second out. Jackson Laskowski, the number 9 hitter for Rapids, take his turn now.
3. Jackson Laskowski.
Nevin Poppy would love to retire the number 9 hitter, keep his pitch count a little more in order. Off speed, outside corner strike. These teams played Monday over at the beautiful Wisconsin Rapids baseball and softball complex. That's as nice as they come down there. Everything's first class down in Rapids. We were saying when we did the soccer game, we did an Everest girls soccer game in Wisconsin Rapids. Everest girls are the class of the Wisconsin Valley Conference. They came home winners. Rapids has new turf on their football field, new baseball and softball fields. Runner is going here. Cue ball to first base. That's in play, picked up by Cole Van Slyke. Yeah, that stayed on the right side of the line. Batter was slow out of the box. Jackson Laskowski is retired, and the inning has come to an end. We will continue bragging on Wisconsin Rapids and their facilities when we come back. Bottom of the second is next, tied 1-1 on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
For me, for Green Hack, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Hack gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Bottom of the second is on. The Evergreens send their 5, 6, and 7 hitters up against Caleb Ellis. It's Jake Versamak, Andrew Cotter, and Logan George. Versamak, the right fielder, will lead things off. Yeah, we were saying that Rapids has the new baseball and softball fields. The turf is perfect there. And the new football field. And Rapids, at the start of this school year, put up the brand new entrance. So their lobby, you make a grand entrance into that building. The only thing that Rapids does not have that's new, first pitch to Versamak is strike one, is their field house where they play their basketball games. And you know what? It's old, but the sight lines are great. We call the games from the top of the bleachers there. You sit right at half court and you're up high. Line drive here, but right to the center fielder. Couple of steps back, and Jordan Seligowski has retired Versamak. Versamak hit that on the button, has nothing to show for it. Here's Andrew Cotter.
Number 24, Andrew Cotter.
The two older field houses that are kind of similar are at Spash and at Wisconsin Rapids. Spash seats more. But again, you're up high enough in the bleachers, the sight lines are just tremendous. Cotter takes a breaking ball strike. Both of these pitchers have gone 2 and 3 pitches deep in their arsenal and have been able to throw their secondary pitches for strikes. And here's a line drive, a single for Cotter. You know what, Versamak before him, I thought Versamak's ball was hit better. Baseball's funny that way, right? Cotter puts one in front of the center fielder and's got himself a single with one out.
Logan George.
Here's Logan George for the Evergreens. One out, man on first. Logan George takes a strike. That's the express from Caleb Ellis. Merrill Steel is your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. Popped up, foul ground. This one's going to be out in the road too. Wow, off the telephone pole in front of the White House across the way. No balls and 2 strikes. The yard of the White House across the street gets so many foul balls they could sell them back and go on vacation by the end of the baseball season. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Yeah, we're looking across the way. And in the yard of the White House on the grass is a turquoise van. A little suspect on the color choice, beg your pardon. Called strike 3. That broke into the upper part of the strike zone, and Logan George is retired. 2 outs, and the runner does not advance.
Left fielder.
Here comes Brennan Hochberger.
Brennan Hochberger.
Is it just me, or are car colors getting more diverse these days? I see a lot of green that are like Incredible Hulk green. I'm not sure about that look. Runners going, hitting runs on, and this is down to left field. Only going from station to station is Andrew Cotter, but Hochberger hits a line drive, and the Evergreens have first and second for Pearson McDonald.
Center fielder, number 11, Pearson McDonald.
The Evergreens put Pearson McDonald in the number 9 spot because he can hit. They want him coming up with men on base. Logan Cherrick will be the courtesy runner out to second. Cherrick's faster than Andrew Cotter and could come all the way around on a hit to the outfield. 2 outs, first and second. As this at-bat from PMAC will determine if the Evergreens get a lead in this game. First ball swinging and fouls it back, strike 1. Both teams at the plate have had the approach of being aggressive in the count so far in this game. A lot of first ball swinging from both sides. Seen a lot of line drives, too, off the bats of both the Red Raiders and the Evergreens. 0-1 pitch. Kind of overthrew that there. It's up high. Ball and a strike. Rapids has a win against the Evergreens in their pocket, 6-1 from Monday. Everest is trying to even up the season series, play for a split this year. 1-1. Outside, double steal is on, and the throw is almost wild. Almost went into left field, and you know what? The third baseman, Jared Seligowski, almost was able to swipe tag reaching behind him. The double steal puts 2 men in scoring position. That magnifies this at-bat for Pearson McDonald. And he's got a hitter's count, too. 2 balls and 1 strike. PMAC's looking to bring in 2 here. Almost hit him. 3 balls and 1 strike. If McDonald reaches, we go back to the top of the Everest batting order. Nevin Poppy is waiting. He started off the Everest game with a single. 3-1 pitch. Fly ball that's going to end the inning. It's behind second base. Second baseman calling and catching, and Brett Simonson has retired Pearson McDonald. Evergreens leave 2 in scoring position. We've played 2 complete, 1-1 on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Karen from the Hearing House. Ignoring hearing loss can have many negative effects on your body and your life. Even if you don't realize it, it can affect your mind, your relationships, the way you feel, the way you act, your activities. Hearing loss is so much more than not hearing what people are saying. That's why at the Hearing House we're so passionate about what we do, because we see the changes in people's lives.
So call us if you're ready to find out if we can help you.
Make your house a hearing house.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
Top of the third is on. Rapids has the top of the order up to hit, 1, 2, and 3. Been a competitive game so far. Each team with 1 run and 3 hits. Brett Simonson with a line drive single back in the first. He scored the Rapids' only run.
Rapids, second baseman, Brett Simonson.
Simonson's ready to go against Nevin Poppy. 33 pitches as he starts the top of the third. First ball swinging to second base. Logan George is over. He's got it. There's the first out. Again, Simonson swings early in the count.
Left fielder, Gage Honey.
If Nevin Poppy wants to work into the later parts of the ball game, he's going to need an easy inning along the way. Maybe it's here in the visitors' half of the third. George Honeyacre takes strike one. You know what Nevin Poppy really wants? We've joked about it. He wants the post-game interview. He wants to look into our Zaleski Sports cameras and say, I'm Nevin Poppy and I'm in the house. Line drive to center. Pearson McDonald coming over, diving. That's the left fielder. It's down for a hit. Left fielder Brennan Hochberger tried to dive and make a play on that ball. Didn't get to it. Honeyacre's on first with one out. Caleb Ellis, the Rapids pitcher, delivered an RBI double in the first inning. Off speed, up high, ball one. We're brought to you by Backey's Family Chiropractic in Rothschild. Personalized chiropractic care in a family-oriented atmosphere. They can help any age patients from a few days old to moms and dads trying to keep up with the kids. No matter what issue your body is battling, migraines, anxiety, stress, youth issues, let Backey's Family Chiropractic give you the life you deserve. Line drive to right. Well hit ball, but caught by Jake Versimak. Runner retreats to first base. Ellis has hit 2 on the button today. A double and that line out. Here's Matt Vollert. Both teams have had line drives for outs in this game. Find the right spot and there'll be more runs on the board. Throw over to first, runners back. Nevin Poppy throws over to first. Runner is back. Coming home here, it's bounced off the plate. Foul ball down the third base side. Vollard is the DH, so he's not playing the field today. He bats for the catcher, Silas Cronkite. I've seen enough of what Caleb Ellis can do with the bat that I can see why the pitcher hits for himself in this Rapids lineup. Nevin Poppy suddenly works slowly when there's a runner on base. Throws over there, safe. Cole Van Slyke playing first base for the Evergreens. He's only a sophomore. And Cole's already a big-time hitter for the Evergreens, so he's a baseball project for the future. Took something off and left it up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, I think with 2 outs, if I'm Nevin Poppy, I'm looking to get the out at home plate here. Unless you surrender an extra base hit, that runner at first is not likely to hurt you. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Nevin Poppy's got 1 strikeout so far today against 0 walks. 2 outs as we play the top of the third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Runner is going, swing and a miss, and the inning comes to an end. Nevin Poppy wins the battle against Nathan Vollert. Rapids gets a hit, but does not move the runner beyond first base. Bottom of the third in a 1-1 ball game when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Bottom of the third is on in a 1-1 ball game, and the Evergreens have the top of their order coming up. Nevin Poppy will lead off.
Nevin Poppy.
Poppy, a line drive single, his first time up. We have a catching change for Wisconsin Rapids. Out is Silas Cronkite, and in is Eli Graff. First pitch is a ball to Poppy. Swing, and the new catcher is greeted with one that goes right off his mask and back to the screen. 1-1. Express Employment says get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals. Locations in Marshfield, Stevens Point, and Wausau. Learn more at their website, expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. That didn't miss by much. 2 balls and a strike. Off speed, breaks in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Poppy was bailing out on that pitch. Caleb Ellis coming home. That's outside. Count is full. Both teams with runs in the first inning and nothing since. Bottom of the third now, 1-1. Poppy asks for time. Payoff pitch here. Aimed it, and it's down low. A leadoff base runner for the Evergreens.
Shortstop, Colin Ebersold.
Colin Ebersold reached on a fielder's choice. Bounced to the second baseman. The Rapids defense got an out at second base. Colin Ebersold beat it out to first. So no double play on Ebersold's first at-bat. Throw over to first. Runners back. Third baseman for Rapids is playing a step or two in. Colin Ebersold's been a reliable enough at-bat. I don't think the Evergreens are sacrificing. I think they want Colin to hit away here. Nope. What do I know? Colin squares to bunt and pushes it down the first base side. This is a successful sacrifice. The throw hits Ebersold. Everybody's safe. It's a throwing error on the pitcher Caleb Ellis on a sacrifice. And they're going to call Ebersold out. They're going to say that Ebersold was out of the baseline. They're going to say that Ebersold was out of the baseline. He's got to be to the right of the foul line there. Coach Dave Langman is out for an extended discussion on this. And I think they're going to put the runner all the way back at first base. Boy, that's a big break for Rapids on a bad throw on a sacrifice. Ebersold is out for runner interference. And Nevin Poppy's going to go all the way back to first base. Huge break for Wisconsin Rapids there. Yeah, the batter's got to be on the right side of the line, and that's what the Evergreens are arguing here. So instead, there's one out. And here's Nate Langman. Boy, if it was not for that call, the Evergreens would have had runners on second and third with nobody out. Instead, there's one out and a runner at first. It's a big call. Well hit ball down the right field line. It is hooking. It is a foul ball up against the fence.
The call on the out is runner interference, putting Colin Ebersold out at first and bringing Nevin back to first base. 1 out.
Nate Langman, that's the longest strike that you're going to see at Simon Field. All the way down the right field line and up against the fence. Let's see if Nate can straighten one out here. Nate Langman was called out on a pitch that he thought was a ball. Count got to 3-2. 0-1 here at home plate. I will tell you this, our home plate umpire, runners going here, pitches down low. It's a stolen base for Nevin Poppy. Poppy's probably going to want to slide in that spot. Went in standing up and made contact with the second baseman, Brett Simonson. All right. 1 out. The Evergreens do have a runner in scoring position. Yeah, our home plate umpire on the runner interference call was very demonstrative. He had that as an out right away. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. A hit probably gives the Evergreens their first lead of the afternoon. Seeing if Nate Langman can deliver. Down low. Gets away from the catcher. Runner will move up. Wild pitch moves the runner over to third base. Rapids is going to keep the infield back, deciding that there are many more runs likely to be scored this afternoon. So Nate Langman's approach now has got to be contact. Contact is going to bring that runner in, and it's fouled back, 2-2. I mean, a ground ball anywhere in the infield, the runner from third is going to come in to score. 2-2 pitch, 1 out, runner at third base. Langman bounces it off the plate. That will get the run home. Over to first, got him. Pitcher covering late. Run comes in, and the Evergreens have a 2-1 lead. So for Langman, that is still a productive at-bat. From the second baseman to the pitcher covering. Boy, there is a crowd of Red Raiders there at first base. Langman gets an RBI, 2-1 Evergreens. Bases are empty with 2 outs for Cole Van Slyke. Cole's got that bright orange bat, the big bananas coming up here. First ball swinging to center field, but he got under it a little bit. Over from left to make the play is Gage Honeyager, and that brings the inning to a close. Evergreens get a walk, advance a runner on a wild pitch, and score on a ground out. Our new score at the end of 3, it's DC Everest 2, Wisconsin Rapids 1 on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Top of the 4th is on, and for the first time, the Evergreens are out on the field with a lead, 2-1. Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston has been providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance at Auto Select, you're good to go. Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. Jared Seligowski was a strikeout victim his first time up. Rapids has 5, 6, and 7 in their batting order against Nevin Poppy. Outside, ball 1. That's Poppy's 40th pitch. The Evergreens dugout below us is making a lot of noise. 1-1. We said earlier in the broadcast that these teams, by the end of the Monday game, Rapids 6-1 winners, were shouting at each other. Little bit high, not by much. Nevin Poppy looked in at the home plate umpire and bent his knees. Big Blue doesn't appreciate that. 2 balls and a strike. Off speed, fouled into the road. No cars coming. Bang off the asphalt. And into the pine tree across the way. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Poppy's looking to win the battle here. 2-2 pitch coming home. Down the first base side and foul. Cole Van Slyke's a gamer, was chasing after it, didn't have enough hang time to get underneath. Axis Insurance says whether it concerns your personal life or your business, with Axis Insurance, you know you're taken care of. Auto, home, business, life, and disability, no matter what your needs, look to Axis Insurance and rest easy. Learn more at AxisInsurance.net. Axis Insurance, their business revolves around you. We'll do 2 balls and 2 strikes again. Fouled back again. So Jarrett Seligowski is a tough customer. Rapids trying to get the leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 4th, trailing by a run. 2-2 pitch. Took something off and hit him. There's no gamesmanship from Monday there. That was an off-speed pitch that hit him.
First baseman.
Here's Trevor Martin. Singled to lead off the 2nd inning, his first time up. Again, the Everest dugout has been loud the entire game, which is all well and good so long as you come out of here with a win. The gamesmanship means nothing if the result is not a W. Down the third base side, out of play. Third baseman Nate Langdon took a look. Not able to get it. Rapids just thrown back to pitcher Nevin Poppy, one of the balls that landed in the road. This is the scuff ball that's coming on this next pitch. No balls, 1 strike. Runner at first, nobody out as we play the top of the 4th. That's up high, 1-1. That's up high, 2 balls and a strike. Popped away for a moment from the catcher Andrew Cotter, not far enough for the runner at first to advance. Jared Seligowski holds first base. Wisconsin Rapids bidding for their 12th win of the baseball season. You know, it's one of the positive things, too, when you have the best facilities, more kids come out for those sports. Runners going here, inside, throw down to second, safe. Stolen base for Jared Seligowski, who's now in scoring position with nobody out. Yeah, who wouldn't want to play baseball at that beautiful Wisconsin Rapids Sports Complex? I can remember years ago, before they built the 2 baseball fields and the 2 softball fields back there, there was a baseball field there. Here it's 3 balls and 1 strike. That baseball field had no electricity. There was no scoreboard. There was just a backstop and a baseball field. And Everest played a game there against Rapids because back then Whitterfield, where Rapids played their games, wasn't available. I think the Rafters were playing a Northwoods League game there. And this is hit up the middle, caught just off the shoestrings. It's an out. Colin Ebersold has retired Trevor Martin. Runner retreats to second, safe.
Center fielder.
Jordan Seligowski there.
Jordan Seligowski.
I joked when we were doing that game on the radio. It was like the baseball episode of Little House on the Prairie that we were just playing out in the field there. You didn't know. You had to keep track by yourself of what the count was and what the score was. You don't realize how often you look up at the scoreboard here for how many outs or what the situation is. Didn't have any of that at the old field at Wisconsin Rapids. It's way up high to Jordan Seligowski, ball one. Yeah, I think I joked that we arrived at that game by covered wagon instead of by school bus. Nevin Poppy looks back at the runner, coming home. Slow roller to short. Going to have to hurry with the throw. Got him! Runner's crossing over. The throw is wild. It's backed up by the Evergreens left fielder. Good play there by Brennan Hochberger, backing up that throw across the diamond. That kept a run from coming in. Bang, bang play at first retires Jordan Seligowski. There are 2 outs. Runner crosses from second to third, but could go no further on a hustling play by the left fielder, Brennan Hochberger. Everybody's got a job, and it was Hochberger who was backing up. Two outs, Landon Freeman to hit. That was close at first base. I believe there'll be some people, some Rapids fans, will be looking at the YouTube channel and will be using the pause button. Our umpires get to see it once, only in real time. Strike one. So now Landon Freeman's trying to tie the game. A hit to the outfield would do it. And Nevin Poppy's trying to strand that runner at third and keep his 1-run lead. 0-1 pitch with 2 outs. Just missed. Yeah, Nevin Poppy is not shy about when he disagrees with a call about looking in, holding his stare with the home plate umpire. One pitch. Took something off. That's strike 2. Yeah, that pitch broke in on the left-handed batter, Landon Freeman. The Hearing House provides personalized hearing health care from 5 locations in central Wisconsin. Call Karen or Todd. Schedule an appointment in Wausau, Stevens Point, Colby, Neilsville, or Marshfield. Make your house a hearing house. Here's the 1-2 pitch. To second, Logan George down to his knees, throws him out. Runner left at third base, and the Evergreens 2-1 lead still good. The bottom of the 4th is next on Zaleski Sports.
At Abbey Bank, we understand the importance of your financial journey. Experience the future of banking with our cutting-edge digital solutions. Access your accounts anytime, anywhere, seamlessly. But we're more than just digital convenience. Step into any one of our branches and feel the warmth of personalized service. We're not just a bank, we're part of your community. Discover the difference at Abbey Bank, where we make banking about you.
Buy 3 Goodyear tires and 1 is free has been extended at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $200 back on 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. Buy 3 and 1 is free in March at Sherrill Tire and Auto. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
Yeah, Superior's not coming down twice. We are back. We were talking about last weekend in between innings where the Evergreens had what? Holman and Superior here until Mother Nature changed our plans. We got only 5 innings of baseball before we were washed away on Saturday. Not this Saturday, but the Saturday after. The Evergreens have another triangular. Mosinee, always a good baseball program. They'll be here along with Eau Claire Memorial. Here's Jake Versimak. That's up high for ball one. I'm not sure yet what our Zaleski sports coverage is for next Saturday. I know next Saturday on the Conley family calendar is circled. It's my daughter's graduation day from Wausau West. Fouled off and into the road, 1-1. I can do the early games, but not the late one. I would not be forgiven for missing graduation. As much as I love baseball, we'll play 20 or so baseball games. Graduation comes once. That's down low, 2 balls and a strike. Versimak hit the ball on the button and lined out to center field his first time up. 3 balls and a strike. That may have been a good pitch that went off the webbing of the catcher, Eli Graff. Yeah, you're not going to get a called strike when the catcher doesn't hold the ball. But I thought that pitch may have had a good part of the plate. Instead, 3-1 to Versimak. Ground ball to third. Played cleanly by Jarrett Seligowski. His throw is high. First baseman lands back on the bag. That's the correct call. Trevor Martin, the first baseman, had to elevate. He did land on the base before Versimak got there. He saves his third baseman a throwing error. Andrew Cotter singled to center field his first time up. Evergreens had a chance for more runs in that second inning. Had runners at second and third. Pearson McDonald couldn't cash him in. Up high, ball one. This is a little bit of the game within the game. Between innings, Everest shortstop Colin Ebersold. Now, Ebersold had 2 of the 3 recorded outs in the field. Our infield umpire talked with Colin Ebersold as he was coming off the field and walked him all the way back to the Everest dugout. Ebersold was involved in the chirping on Monday. Inside corner, 2-1. Who knows, Ebersold may have had something to say on the sinking line drive that he caught or the slow roller that he threw out. Andrew Cotter's got 2 hits today. Cotter singles over the jumping shortstop, Landon Freeman.
Second baseman, Logan George.
You know what? Cotter's season a year ago was a lot like that. Cotter started out ice cold at the plate, and then towards the middle and end of the season last year, a lot of line drives. And Andrew Cotter has 2 of the best balls of the game. 2 line drives here. Back-to-back singles for him. Here's Logan George. Struck out looking his first time up, and that's up high for a ball. And you know, late in the season, tell me that there's not a team anywhere that wouldn't like another hot bat. For the Evergreens, it may be Andrew Cotter for a second year in a row. Cotter's a senior now, plays Legion ball 2. Runners going here. Checked his swing, throw down to second. Ball's there in time and not held. Wow. Cotter was going to be called out until Brett Simonson, the second baseman, couldn't hold the ball. Cotter gets a stolen base. Yeah, that infield umpire was ready to ring him up at second base till the ball popped free. 2 balls and no strikes. So it should have been a second out on the bases. Instead, as a runner in scoring position. Looking to bunt now. That's a fair ball. Successful sacrifice moves the runner over to third. There are 2 outs now. Brennan Hochberger will now determine if the Evergreens will get that insurance run.
Brennan Hochberger.
That's kind of an unusual spot for a sacrifice, don't you think? The sacrifice is the second out. But now Andrew Cotter is all the way at third base. And the first pitch is a little low to Hochberger. So the Evergreens bunt the runner to third and are hoping that Hochberger can deliver a hit. That's up and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Caleb Ellis, the Rapids pitcher, I'm not sure how familiar he is with the Everest batting order, but you'd want to go after Hochberger instead of the on-deck batter Pearson McDonald. Want to end the inning right here. Strike at the knees, 2-1. McDonald in the on-deck circle is a more reliable bat for the Evergreens than Hochberger, who's just had limited plate appearances this season. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Evergreens pushed a run across in the third for the 2-1 lead that they enjoy now. Got a runner at third, 2-2, 2 outs. Checked his swing. Catcher blocks that. The count is full. So we'll see if Caleb Ellis makes his job easier or harder on this pitch. It's down low, runners on the corners. Pearson McDonald flied out to second his first time up, 0 for 1 today. And now a quick visit to the pitcher's mound. We're brought to you by Nicolet Bank, personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, and Edgar. Or learn more at nicoletbank.com. The home plate umpire is writing something down, which means I believe a pitching change is coming here. Let's see. There are 2 outs as we play the bottom of the fourth and runners at first and third for the Evergreens in a 2-1 ball game. Although so far the baseball has not been taken away from Caleb Ellis. Evergreens can gather up both of their base runners and the batter Pearson McDonald. Now our home plate umpire will break up the conversation. And despite all of that, Caleb Ellis, the starting pitcher, survives to face at least one more batter. Evergreens have a courtesy runner coming out.
Courtesy runner for the Evergreens at third, Logan Sherrick.
Logan Sherrick will come in and be the courtesy runner at third, which means the catcher, Andrew Cotter, who was at third base, got a little more time to put his equipment on. Here's Pearson McDonald. You know what a lot of major league managers will tell you when you're on the fence about taking your pitcher out or in, that usually you regret leaving him in. Let's see what happens here. Outside, ball 1. Remember when Craig Counsell coached the Brewers, now over with the Cubs, Counsell used to say that all the time. He said if you're on the fence, you regret leaving your current pitcher in. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss. Evergreens will just walk the runner down to second base. Evergreens had the double steal on. There's no throw. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the Evergreens, back in the second inning, they had runners at second and third. And they have runners at second and third here in the bottom of the fourth again. Looking for the big knock. Strike 2 on the outside corner, 2-1. Those who know the art of pitching will tell you in any sequence, the 1-1 pitch is the key one, and Caleb Ellis has edged ahead in the count here. A ball and 2 strikes. That's up high, 2-2. If the inning continues, Nevin Poppy will get a chance to help himself. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Just off the outside corner. Count is full. Yeah, that's a close pitch to take, indeed. Runners will get head starts from second and third on the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitcher wins that battle. Caleb Ellis is kept in the game and strands runners at second and third. 4 complete. Our score still 2-1 Everest on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to J&D Tube Benders. Here at J&D, we strive to meet our customers' requirements and expectations. We pursue this goal through the effort of our dedicated employees by continually improving in the areas of customer service, quality, and productivity. We pride ourselves on not only being a pillar of the manufacturing industry, but a family to our employees. J&D Tube Benders, the fastest name in tube line fabrication.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Nevin Poppy will be throwing his 68th pitch as we start the top of the fifth.
Second baseman, Brett Simonson.
Hard to tell what the pitch count will be as you go through these middle innings. I would think that Nevin Poppy can get himself at least to the sixth, but a complete game seems doubtful. Jackson Leskowski, 9-1-2 in the Rapids batting order to hit here against Nevin Poppy. Down low, ball one.
Right fielder, Jackson Leskowski.
Both teams with 4 hits. A lot of hard hit balls in this game. 2-1. Just outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Menominee here at Simon Field tomorrow for the Evergreens. Then games Tuesday and Thursday against the Merrill Blue Jays. Off the plate and fouled away, 2 balls and a strike. I understand that Merrill is a little better than in recent years. So those games are not gimmies. We are not going to be up in Merrill. I love visiting their athletic park. A little bit below the knees, 3 balls and a strike. The old athletic park in Merrill is just a huge, huge field. It's 500-something feet to the brick wall in center field. They've since put in a chain link fence to make the home run distance more reasonable. Line drive down the line and left. Foul ball. Nevin Poppy's been behind in the count in this series, but has battled back to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, the stonework at Athletic Park up in Merrill is the same as Athletic Park in Wausau. Got a nice historic feel to the place. 3-2 pitch. Off speed, popped up foul into the road. Just missing the Nissan sedan. Next Step Prosthetics is providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step. Contact Next Step Prosthetics today. Top of the fifth, 3-2 pitch coming home. Fouled off again. Rapids has had a couple of deep at-bats in this ballgame. A game that really could tilt either way in these middle and later innings. 3-2 again. Up high, ball 4. That's the number 9 hitter who gets away from Nevin Poppy.
Second baseman, Brett Simonson.
Brett Simonson's 1 for 2 has hit the ball hard in both of his plate appearances. Now you got to deal with all the left-handed bats. Simonson, Honeyegger, and Ellis all hit from the left side. Fouled back, strike 1. I see the Brewers are back home tonight. St. Louis Cardinals, 6:40 first pitch. We should be just about wrapping up by the time that game comes on. No balls and a strike. Throw over to first. Runner was leaning. Gets back safely. I was interviewed by Channel 9 last week about the bill in Congress that would keep AM radios in all cars. Fouled back there, no balls and 2 strikes. One of the things that I mentioned, of course, is when a blizzard is coming, people tend to tune to AM radio, find out where the snow is coming. I told this story. I was driving home from Minneapolis one night, and it started hailing, thunderstorm, and lo and behold, a tornado warning came on. And one of the great AM radio stations in the Twin Cities, WCCO, told me that the tornado was moving away from me, just off the outside corner. Nevin Poppy rolled his head back like he can't believe that wasn't strike three. So if there's a blizzard and say you're a Plains boy from Iowa, you'd listen to WHO, which has a nighttime signal that covers the entire state. One of the great severe weather stations in all the country. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this is a well-hit ball to right field. But going back, it's got some hang to it, is Jake Versamak. Versamak is over. He makes the catch. Simonson got a little under that. And one of the other things I said about AM radio, why are there so many St. Louis Cardinals fans all across the Great Plains? Because for years the Cardinals games were on KMOX. Big nighttime coverage signal that if you grew up in Nebraska or Colorado or Kansas, you heard St. Louis Cardinals games on the night skip from KMOX radio. Here's Gage Honeyacre, just inside for a ball. Yeah, there are Cardinals fans who grew up listening to Jack Buck with the transistor radio tucked under their pillow so mom wouldn't know it was past bedtime on a school night. Got the runner picked off here. Runner was leaning and is tagged out at second base. 1-3-6, and that's a base running mistake for Rapids. Jackson Laskowski erased. He was leaning. There's the second out. Bases are now empty for a Honeyacre with 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, the first time that I heard Jack Buck call a baseball game was when the game of the week moved from NBC and Vin Scully to CBS, and Jack Buck was under contract there. Jack Buck is Joe Buck's dad. And I always thought that Jack Buck had the perfect touch for doing baseball games. Always understated, kind of let the game unfold right before your eyes. 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss, 2-1. And the out on the bases will help keep Nevin Poppy's pitch count down potentially in this inning. Could keep Nevin on the hill a little bit longer. 2-1 pitch. Popped up behind home plate. Is there a play there? Andrew Cotter is looking. No, it's on the other side of the chain link fence. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nevin Poppy, 2 strikeouts, a walk, and a hit batter. He's allowed only 1 run back in the first inning. He's hung up 0 since then. Looking to get through the 5th on this pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fouled off. Took something off. And Honeyacre was way out in front of that. Gage is 1 for 2. A fly out to center and a single. 2-2 pitch. Little high. Count fills up. Coming set with the bases empty and 2 outs. Fly ball to center. Pearson McDonald is over. Well, misplayed it and was called off by Brennan Hochberger, the left fielder. Hochberger is sure gloved in left field, and that brings the inning to a close. A walk out on the bases brings the inning to a close. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Evergreens on Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here. I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. The future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
Welcome back. Talking last inning about some of the great baseball radio voices. Vin Scully, Jack Buck, Dodgers and Cardinals accordingly. John Sterling, who called the Yankee games for 25 years, retired earlier this season. And he's not a subtle announcer. He was flamboyant. Top of the Everest batting order, Nevin Poppy. Takes strike one. Caleb Ellis, who we thought was going to get the hook in the bottom of the fourth, kept in there. Got a strikeout to end the inning, and he's back out for the bottom of the fifth. Nevin Poppy reaches out. Nevin's got a two-hit game. Stands to be the winning pitcher and leads off the fifth inning with what the Evergreens are hoping will be an insurance run. Here's Colin Ebersold. I would not be surprised if Colin is asked to bunt here. The Evergreens may be ready to play this for an insurance run. He'll go over and talk about this with Coach Dave Langman. Yeah, John Sterling was flamboyant. I mean, every home run seemed like it was a blast out of Old Yankee Stadium. In fact, he went into his home run calls with some balls that were caught for outs on the warning track. Now that's a flamboyant guy. And, of course, Red Sox fans couldn't stand it when the game was over. The Yankees win. John Sterling actually in his retirement announcement, again, he retired mid-season a couple of weeks ago. He's 88. And he said something that I think there's some truth in it. He said, you know, I just couldn't stand packing my suitcase for road games anymore. And when you get to my age, when you think of other things you'd rather be doing than heading off to the airport or going to the team hotel when you're on the road, at 88, when there are other things you want to do the other things, right? Time is short. Bob Uecker of the Brewers, who I believe will be on the mic for tonight's game. Runners going. Catcher double clutches, and it's a stolen base. Gets into the outfield, but not far enough for Nevin Poppy to advance beyond that. Evergreens with nobody out have a runner in scoring position. Bob Uecker said in one of the interviews he's 91 now. And Bob Uecker doesn't do day games after night games, doesn't do road games anymore. You know, at 91, I'll just be happy if I'm on the right side of the lawn. My goodness. But Bob Uecker says, how long do you want to keep doing this? He was asked by someone, and he says, baseball's all I know. This is all I want to know. I think there's some truth in that, too. If at 91 doing games is what gives you pleasure, who are we to say no to that? Looking to bunt, pulls the bat back. It's a called strike two on the outside corner. No balls and two strikes. Aside from Bob Uecker, who's been blessed with that dry sense of humor, Bob Uecker's voice has not changed in the 20 years that I've been here in Wisconsin. What a surprise Bob Uecker's been for me. That hit him. Runners at first and second. When I first came to Wisconsin, I didn't know that there was someone named Bob Uecker who did the Brewers games on the radio. I had no idea.
Third baseman, Nate Langdon.
I knew Bob Uecker from the Miller Lite commercials and from the Mr. Belvedere sitcom. So getting to hear him do baseball games has been one of the great surprises and one of the great pleasures of my time here in central Wisconsin. They're making sure that Colin Ebersold is okay. Ebersold's kind of shaking his left hand down there like that may have got him in the elbow. Nate Langman's had kind of a frustrating game. Called out on strikes and grounded out to the right side, was almost able to leg that out to first base. Langman is 0 for 2. He bats here with none out and runners at first and second. Evergreens looking for insurance runs, nursing a 2-1 lead. First ball swing, the swing is late and out into the road. Trying to think one by one, the old baseball voices are leaving us. The microphone passes to new generations. Of course it does. 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive. Evergreen's are going to try and bring this run all the way around. And the run is in. An RBI single for Nate Langman. And the Evergreens stretch the lead out to 3-1. Still nobody out, so the Evergreens have to be thinking more than what they have now. Cole Van Slyke is 0 for 2, so he's due today. I think some of the guys doing the Brewers radio and television games now are fabulous younger radio voices. Looking to bunt here. It's popped up, and the catcher, his back foot slipped out from under him. The catcher, Eli Graff, was going to catch that ball till his back foot slid away. His front foot was on the grass. His back foot was on the dirt. That's kind of a break for the Evergreens there. I think Josh Maurer, who's been doing more and more of the radio games for the Brewers, he's an up-and-comer. Cole Van Slyke is already squared to bunt. Pulls that back. It's a wild pitch. Everyone will move up a base. It's a third wild pitch today for Caleb Ellis. I think the bunt will be off here, and what the Evergreens are looking for from Cole Van Slyke is a 2 RBI hit to the outfield. It's a ball and a strike. Rapids knows they can't fall further behind. They'll play the infield in. So if the ball is hit right to one of the Red Raiders infielders, the play is going to be at home. The catcher, Eli Graff, will need to apply the tag. There's no force here. It's a fly ball in foul territory. Graff, the catcher, is going to have a play on this, and he's got it. Big first out for Rapids. So Cole Van Slyke is still bottled up. He's 0 for 3 today.
Right fielder, Jake Versamek.
That's only the first out of the inning. So the infield stays in for Jake Versamek. Lane Grindle of the Brewers radio network calls a nice game, too. Just tell from his voice he's a younger guy. Swing and a miss. Late on that, strike one. I think Lane did a couple of years of minor league baseball. Now he's up with the bigs. I think he likes the road trips. I think he's kind of a goof on the road. 0-1. Line drive through the left side. The Evergreens will get one run. They're going to hold the trail runner there. An RBI single makes it 4-1, and there'll be runners on the corners. Jake Versamek with an RBI hit. Evergreens are starting to open this game open.
Andrew Cotter.
Andrew Cotter is 2 for 2. Both line drive hits. Cotter tries to join the 3-hit club. If he singles here, it would have just one member, him. A little bit outside, ball one. Evergreens love the double steal in this spot, and with a 3-run lead now, they have the luxury to try it. Langman's the runner at third, Versamak's at first. This was a 2-1 game. The Evergreens have a 2 spot and still counting here in the bottom of the 5th. One ball, no strikes. There's a strike, 1-1. Runners going. Double steal is on. They're going to throw through, and they're going to hold the runner at third. A stolen base. He came off the bag and is out. Jake Versamek overslid the bag, and Landon Freeman, the shortstop, put the tag on him. Boy, that's a second out on the bases. The runner still stays at third, and the Evergreens are looking for Andrew Cotter to single him home. It's 2 balls and a strike back at the plate. Cotter fouls that back, 2-2. Boy, that out on the bases really helps Wisconsin Rapids. Yeah, you want to make the defense, the team in the field, get all 3 of the outs. Don't want to help them like that. 2-2 pitch, up high. Full count now to Cotter. Logan George awaits on deck if the inning continues. Nate Langman at third. Evergreen's trying to get him in here. 3-2 pitch coming. Just missed. Oh my, now Caleb Ellis, the Rapids pitcher, slunks his shoulders and looked in. He thought that was a call, strike 3. Instead, the inning continues.
Logan George.
Third walk that Caleb Ellis has allowed. Evergreens will send out a courtesy runner here, Logan Sherrick, to run. Logan George laid down a sacrifice his last time up. He's officially 0 for 1. Throw over to first. Runner is just back. Close play at first base. Again, if the Evergreens liked the double steal before, could have the double steal on again here. Rapids does have action in their bullpen now. Far enough away that we can't see who that is, but someone's up and throwing. Swing and a miss. Helped him out with a pitch above the shoulders. Evergreens are trying the double steal. Safe at second, and the run comes in. And the Rapids second baseman, Brett Simonson, thought the call at second base should have been out. He said something to the infield umpire. Evergreens execute the double steal. Runner is safe at second, and Nate Langman comes in from third. 5-1. Logan George could still pick up an RBI here with a hit to the outfield. That's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. I think one way or another, Logan George is probably the last batter that Caleb Ellis will face. Fly ball. This is going to end the inning. Skied to shallow right field. Second baseman is called off, and the right fielder Jackson Laskowski makes the catch. The Evergreens get 1, 2, 3 big insurance runs, and at the end of 5, our new score is DC Everest 5, Wisconsin Rapids 1 on Zaleski Sports.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
The top of the 6th is on, and the Evergreens have a new pitcher. Nevin Poppy is out. Carter Miller is in. Miller's only a sophomore, but he's been effective for the Evergreens this season. 5 innings of work for Nevin Poppy, who surrendered 1 run. It was earned back in the first inning. Nevin Poppy stands to be the winning pitcher. We'll give you Nevin Poppy's complete line in just a moment. Carter Miller will face 3, 4, and 5 in the Rapids batting order. So the big bats get one more turn at least for Rapids here. Here's Caleb Ellis. Again, I don't think that Ellis comes out to pitch the bottom of the 6th inning. I think it'll be someone else. I think he's at his pitch count. A 1-1 game till the Evergreen pushed 1 run across in the 3rd and then 3 more in the 5th. 5-1 now. First ball is fouled back. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski. They'll make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. The Everest dugout has been making noise all game. Like if it was a pro baseball team and we were in the team hotel, maybe we'd get a game of T-row going. Do you know what T-row is? I'll tell you in a minute. 0-1 pitch. Bounced off the plate, a slow roller to first base. Van Slyke takes it himself, and that's the first out. In a kind of forgotten baseball movie from the 70s called Bang the Drum Slowly, the baseball players, who didn't make big money back then, play a game called T-row, a card game in the hotel lobby. And what they're looking for is unsuspecting fans who want autographs, and they invite fans to join the game of T-row. T-row stands for the really exciting game without rules. And of course, the visitors, the unknown rubes, the fans who are just there, are asked to put their money down, and then, the player will say, well, 2 jacks, that wins. Oh, no, the ace of spades wins all the time. That's the wild card. And by the end of the game, these unsuspecting fans have given all their money over to the ball players. Matthew Vollard is batting here, no balls and 1 strike. T-row, the really exciting game without rules. The other good thing that would recommend Bang the Drum Slowly is that it was filmed at the brand new Shea Stadium. You get views of the ballpark when it was brand new. Shea Stadium no longer exists. 1-1 pitch. The storyline is one of the backup baseball players has cancer, and he knows that it's going to be his last season, and which teammates he tells and how his last season unfolds, as he knows his time playing professional baseball is coming to an end. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to third, foul. Shea Stadium, and I'm someone who grew up as a Mets fan, was a miserable place to see a baseball game. So close to LaGuardia Airport that there was some time that the flight pattern would just go right over the stadium. You'd hear planes landing and taking off for innings on end. It was a dump, but it was our dump. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout for Carter Miller, second out of the inning.
Third baseman, Jarrett Seligowski.
I have not been to the new City Field. In fact, I guess I'm not a Mets fan anymore. I don't know any of their players. When the Mets and Brewers play each other, I cheer for the Brewers. Jarrett Seligowski hits with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 6th. It's getting late for Rapids, now trailing by 4 runs. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Wow, what's going on here? On one of our other Zaleski sports channels, Marshfield is leading Stevens Point in a baseball game 3-1. That's in the bottom of the 6th. That would be a surprise. Just outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. We're brought to you by Staub Construction, a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Fouled off into the netting down the first base side. Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. One of the storylines also from Bang the Drum Slowly is that baseball players all had roommates when they were on the road. I don't think there's any team where baseball players double up now. I think the new union agreement is that everyone has their own room. Fouled off, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That may be known as the Wade Boggs rule. When Wade Boggs was on the road, he said he had partnership lined up in every city that the Red Sox and Yankees played. Can't have your roommate waiting down in the hotel lobby, right? Of course not. 2 outs and nobody on. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Carter Miller on in relief to Jarrett Seligowski. Fly ball. This is going to end the inning. Right fielder Jake Versamak could pitch a tent underneath that one and makes the catch. A 3-up, 3-down inning in relief for Carter Miller. Bottom of the 6th is next. It's 5-1 Evergreens on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
Well, both teams have gone to the bullpen now. There's a pitching change. Caleb Ellis is now the new shortstop, and Josh Tokarski, right-hander, is on in relief. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the Evergreens batting order. The Evergreens probably think they have what they need. But I don't know, hitting is the most fun thing in all of baseball, so let's see if the Evergreens ramp out a few more.
And he's the pitcher. Caleb Ellis moves too short.
Evergreens own the hit column 7-4. Give you the pitching line on Caleb Ellis in just a moment. Brennan Hochberger takes ball 1 to lead off the Evergreens in the bottom of the 6th. Down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Caleb Ellis worked 5 innings. 5 runs, all were earned. 7 hits. Threw 3 wild pitches. Struck out 2, walked 2. Stands to be the losing pitcher unless the Red Raiders have a comeback. First 4 pitches from Daharsky are all outside the strike zone. It's a leadoff walk for Brennan Hochberger.
Center fielder.
Hochberger's got a single and 2 walks, so Hochberger, who some games is not in the starting lineup, is on base in all 3 of his plate appearances. We're brought to you by Ag Country Farm Credit Services, a farmer-owned co-op with a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Loans and leases, crop insurance, tax and records, they have you covered. Contact Ag Country, Wausau, Stevens Point, Marshfield, and Medford. Looking to bunt, offered there, bounces off the catcher's glove and out at second base. A base running out for the Evergreens. Foundation Finance says now is your chance to work with a company that really understands growth. Foundation Finance has grown every year since they started in 2012. Make the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits that start from day one. Foundation Finance. Low, a ball and a strike. Pearson McDonald hitting here. He's 0 for 2 and takes a strike on the inside corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes here. So Tokarski, after issuing that leadoff walk, looks like he's settled in a little bit. 1-2 pitch. Off speed, bounces in front of the plate. Elite Auto Care is where Schofield, Weston, and Wausau turn for local, family-owned auto service you can trust. Major and minor repairs, foreign and domestic vehicles. Look to Elite Auto Care, Schofield Avenue, Schofield. Swing and almost held by the catcher, couldn't grab it. Yeah, that's a foul ball. Catcher is walking around like maybe he was dinged on that. Yeah, shaking his right hand. Mutual of Wausau Insurance has been protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Rapids in the visitors' 7th will still have 3 outs to work for. 6, 7, and 8 in their batting order due up to hit. Trevor Martin, Jordan Seligowski, and Landon Freeman. But Rapids will need at least 4 runs to keep the ball game going. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Pearson McDonald with 1 out and nobody on. Ground ball to third. Tricky hop, bobbled, came right up to the third baseman, got him. Jarrett Seligowski, that's why you stay with it. Throws out Pearson McDonald. 2 outs and none on. Here's Nevin Poppy, who's now in the DH spot. Nevin stands to be the winning pitcher today. Great Lakes Cheese says, join the Great Lakes Cheese team in Wausau. You'll work at a state-of-the-art facility, excellent benefits, pay and culture, and much more. A growing company that can get your career on the right path. Learn more and apply at greatlakescheese.com. A ball and no strikes to Nevin. Bounced off the plate. Shortstop's got a hustle on the backhand side, no throw. It's an infield hit, and Nevin Poppy's got a 3-hit game. Infield single for Nevin Poppy. Nevin Poppy, I think, is going to get that post-game interview after all. He'll be the winning pitcher, and he'll have 3 hits. My Zaleski Sports colleagues remember it's never over till you get all the outs. Here's Colin Ebersold. Hit by a pitch, called out on a base runner interference call that was kind of weird. Down low, throw down to first, Poppy is back. Rotographics is your local Wausau graphic printing expert. Your business can always depend on the finest customer service to ensure your project is done right, setting you apart from the competition. Sales literature, retail product design, brand building, that got him picked off here. Rotographics, hold on. We'll continue your live read after Nevin Poppy is tagged out. 2-6-3. Poppy makes an out on the bases. Maybe that'll be a part of... No, that won't be a part of our post-game interview anyway. We'll go to the top of the 7th. 5-1 Evergreens on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
We are back. High school baseball, we play 7 innings, so this is the 7th and final chance for Wisconsin Rapids. Evergreen's 8 hits, Rapids 4. Rapids bats have been quiet during the middle innings. This would not be a save situation for Carter Miller. He came in, staked to a 4-run lead. Miller's retired the first 3 batters that he's faced. Yeah, Rapids doesn't have a hit in this game since the 3rd inning. Only base runners since then by a hit batter and by a walk.
Leading off for the Raiders in the top of the 7th inning, first baseman
Trevor Martin to lead off the top of the 7th.
Trevor Martin.
Rotographics Printing says, from sales literature, retail product design, brand building, for your next graphics printing need, look to Rotographics Printing, 80th Street, Wausau. First ball swinging, there's a line drive into the right field corner. Long single, got to try and stretch this to second. There's got to be a play there and an out on the bases. Boy, you can't have that. Trailing by 4 runs, trying to stretch a single into a double is a nonsensical play. That is a teaching moment for sure. Jake Versamak hit the cutoff man. Versamac to Logan George to Colin Ebersold.
Center fielder, Jordan Seligowski.
I mean, they're kids. Sometimes they just don't know what they're doing. You need that leadoff base runner there at first base. Seligowski bounced to short, and Ebersold throws him out. There are quickly 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Culligan Water says get Culligan Water for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com.
Pitcher.
Landon Freeman. Nope, this is Josh DeKarski who hits in the Freeman spot. 2 outs and none on. Evergreen's looking to close this out. First ball swinging. Langman, the third baseman, double clutches, throws across the diamond, 3 up, 3 down inning. Ball game over. The Evergreens and Wisconsin Rapids split their season series. The final score today is 5-1. We're brought to you by J&D Tube Benders in the Weston Industrial Park, a certified custom manufacturer and distributor of tubes, tubings, and tube assemblies. This local family-owned business could be the perfect spot for the next step in your career. Apply online at jdtube.com. That's J&D Tube Benders.
Everest 5, Wisconsin Rapids 1. Line score for the Evergreens, 5 runs, 8 hits.
Evergreens with 5 runs on 8 hits. They played errorless baseball today. Left 5 men on base. Rapids 1 run, 5 hits. Their only run came in the first inning. Rapids also played errorless baseball and left 4 on base. Nevin Poppy with his biggest day as an Evergreen. He's the winning pitcher, working the first 5 innings, allowed just 1 run, and had 3 hits today. Nevin Poppy will be part of our postgame show brought to you by Merrill Steel. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. That concludes our play-by-play today. We'll be back here tomorrow when the Evergreens play Menominee. 4:30, first pitch on Zaleski Sports.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Game coverage today from Simon Field. The Evergreens are 5-1 winners to split their season series with Wisconsin Rapids. Coach Langman, I mean, the Monday game was kind of chippy or chirpy or however you want to say it. Settling down and playing better baseball was a key today.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, we talked about it. You know, you can't let little things get in your head. You can't let others' comments affect how you play. And these guys have responded well and just played baseball today. That was really nice to see.
Sure, all of the game within the game, it's the W that counts.
Yeah, I mean, Nevin pitched a heck of a game for us today. He was a little mad when we took him out, but you know, sometimes you got to do what's best for him. So, did a heck of a job though.
Coach, congratulations. Turn it around. The Menominee game is on Zaleski Sports tomorrow at 4:30. Nevin Poppy, great to speak with you. I thought, Rapids was aggressive early in the count against you, particularly in the early innings. You settled in the middle of the game. That was a huge difference.
Yeah, I would say so. I got my slider moving a little bit, throwing it for more of a strike rather than earlier in the season. I couldn't really get it for a strike, so that feels good, obviously. And Tuesday's game or Monday's game. After that game, for all the chirpiness and chippiness, I love that. So there's nothing more than I asked Coach on practice on Wednesday if I could pitch today. I was really excited for sure.
Tell me about being able to shut that out and be effective, because when a close ball or strike goes against you, you kind of bend in there, you kind of have your heart on your sleeve on those pitches.
I would say it's just part of being an athlete, to be honest. I love the competitiveness. I love the chirping. I do it myself, to shut it out and just keep playing. Like, I feed off of it. Like, the more I get chirped, the more I just want to hum a strike, like right down the middle, get it by them. I think that's a big part in my game and any sport that I play that I truly am good at.
There's only one guy in the 3-hit club today, and that's you. You got that third hit on an infield single.
Yeah, I was over there talking to a little kid over there while I was going to the bathroom once I got done pitching, and he was like, "You should try to go yard." And I went up there and I tried to absolutely hammer that baseball, and luckily I put it in a little hole there. I swung a little too hard, but ran it out.
Nevin, talk a little about being the new face. Obviously, you were in Minnesota last year. How has the adjustment over to the DC Everest athletic department gone for you?
I would say, I love it. It's a good change for me. Coming in here, the only thing I want to do is help the team win, and I hope that I'm doing that. And to bring my presence here, I'm happy. I'm with some great guys around here. I fit in just fine. They welcomed me in with open arms, and I got friends for life here.
Congratulations, Nevin Poppy for sure is the star of the game. He's the winning pitcher, working 5 innings, allowing just 1 run and 3 hits today. Again, our final score is 5-1. DC Everest beats Wisconsin Rapids at Simon Field. That's going to wrap up our Zaleski Sports coverage. I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for joining us on Zaleski Sports.
Nevin Poppy's in the house. Nevin Poppy in the house. Let's roll.
Congratulations.